Hey, what's going on, everyone? Just bringing it to your attention. There's a very interesting notice on the DTCC website. This was brought up by, gosh, who was it? Who was it? I want to make sure I give recognition here. Do do do. He's a horse. God, I hate Twitter so much. Oh God, where is it? Well, first of all, let's zoom out. You freaking autists. Good Lord. Okay, there we go. Do 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 do. Where did he go? I'm doing all this to make sure I give this guy credit. There he is. Monkey business. Nah, monkey business. This gentleman here brought it to my attention. Okay, now that's out of the way. Sorry about that. So we had a important notice regarding money market funds. Yeah, right here. So procedures for exchanging a money market instrument (MMI) for a non-money market instrument security in the event an issuing payment agent or IPA incorrectly issues an MMI security. And then we have the reading of the text here says, as DTC previously announced, securities that have the option to be redeemable in whole or part for equity or other securities, maturity for stock, are not eligible for the DTC money market instrument program. DTC's eligibility requirements mandate that all securities in the DTC MMI program be redeemable for cash only. Please reference DTC Important Notice 3755-08, delayed, of course, dated July 18, 2008, and subsequent notices related to the MMI securities. In the event an IPA has failed to follow this MMI eligibility requirement or any other MMI eligibility requirements, and a security is erroneously issued as an MMI CUSIP, DTC will accommodate requests to exchange the erroneously issued MMI CUSIP for a non-MMI CUSIP if the following conditions are met. To initiate an exchange, the following documentation must be sent to DTC Mandatory Reorganization by no later than 5 business days prior to the exchange date. I'm going to send them an email, be like, how about you exchange all of my shares and retail shares for money from covering? That would be great. A notice from the IPA on their company letterhead must include the reason for the exchange. For example, the security was incorrectly issued as an MMI CUSIP. Number 2, the MMI CUSIP number. Number 3, the new non-MMI CUSIP number. Number 4, the security description and the IV rate of exchange. I'm sorry, Jesus. And the rate of exchange. This notice must also include the DTC indemnification language. Reference Appendix A. A notice from the issuer on their company letterhead must acknowledge the referenced CUSIPs was issued incorrectly as a MMI security and request DTC to announce and process the exchange. This notice must also include the DTC indemnification language, again, reference Appendix A. A written acknowledgement from the IPA to be billed the applicable eligibility and exception processing fees for each CUSIP exchange. Specifically, IPAs will be billed $7,500 per CUSIP for the exception processing fee and another $1,000 for the eligibility fee. Lastly, IPA will provide 1, the new non-MMI CUSIP for each exchange, a copy of the prospectus, and an offering document or offering statement describing terms of the non-MMI security. DTC underwriting may require additional documentation for eligibility, such as a letter of representation for book entry only issues. Now note, DTC will not announce an exchange or make a non-MMI CUSIP eligible that will mature 30 days or less from the eligibility date, nor perform an exchange from a CUSIP that will mature 30 days or less from the exchange date. In the event the exchange date conflicts with an announced corporate action, e.g., partial call, DTC reserves the right to reject any request received that we determine is within these timeframes. If an exchange cannot be performed for MMI that pays stock at maturity, the IPA is responsible to pay holders the stock entitlement. Ruh-roh. DTC reserves the right to request revised or additional documentation from the agent and or issuer as it deems necessary to process the requested exchanges. If the IPA determines they will facilitate the processes to perform the MMI to non-MMI exchange outside of DTC reorg processing systems, or for the purpose of paying MMI holders the stock entitlement, a securities position report, also known as SPR, can be ordered by registered users via our SPR portal. New users can click here to register. So anyways, now we get to Appendix A, DTC indemnification language. Now, real quick, for those of you who are wondering what the hell that means, let's go ahead and make sure we define it. Compensation for harm or loss, or security against legal ability for one's actions. Pick and choose, pick and choose. Where do we go? So many tabs. Okay. Oh my God. Anyways, so Appendix A, insert indemnitor's name. Hereby agrees to jointly and severally indemnify and defend DTC and Seed & Co. and each of their respective subsidiaries and affiliates, officers, directors, employees, agents, and attorneys, the indemnities, against and hold the indemnities harmless from any losses and legal actions suffered or incurred by the indemnities indemnities resulting from, relating to, arising out of, or in connection with, insert the nature of the request. OS. The request, except as a result of the indemnities, willful misconduct or gross negligence of fraud. By way of example, but not by way of limitation, this indemnity applies to legal actions between and or among, insert indemnitor's name, and or indemnities, insert indemnitor's name, represent and warrant that we are duly authorized to execute this indemnity. Word up, girl. So what I'm doing, and I'm waiting on the DTCC to get back to me. I just filed for an account with them. So I'm going to see if I can get approved. I'm going to look into this MMI program that they offer, because they're going to be able to give me a lot more information based on that, so I can find out what the hell they're talking about. But jack to the teats. Jack to the teats. As always. Y'all have a good rest of your day.